ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है 26 January 2024 वॉइस एपिसोड वॉइस अपडेट ऑन VoiceBloom. The episode starts with Vidya asking Armaan did he talk to Ruhi. He says no, but I promise I will bring her back. Madhav comes and stops him. He says it's not Armaan's responsibility, Ruhi is Rohit's wife. Vidya says don't talk between a mum and son. He says I can see a son, but a mum. She says I can give my life for my son. He asks which son, Armaan or Rohit. She says you mean I didn't love Armaan, I have always loved him. Madhav says you and Masa gave him love as a favor, you always reminded him that he has to obey you and do what you say, he has put everything at stake to become a good son and grandson, you know this thing and use him, you have ruined his happiness. Armaan says please stop it. Madhav says congrats Vidya, you succeeded in making him your puppet. Armaan throws a vase and says stop it. He says my mum is my lord, I am ready to sacrifice my life and happiness for her. Vidya cries. Armaan defends her. Ruhi comes home crying. She sees Manish. She hides and thinks Manish is already worried, I can't make him more worried. Manish comes to the door. Armaan comes to his room. He asks Abhira to focus on studies. He lies to sleep. Abhira sees him messaging Ruhi. She argues with him. He rests on the couch. Suvarna says I have kept puja for you in the temple tomorrow, you are everything for us, be ready on time. The therapist called and asked why didn't you come. She asks Ruhi to be careful or get habitual to pain. It's morning, Abhira comes to the temple. She prays to get Yuvraj punished. Ruhi is also there. She prays. Pandit gives them prasad. Suvarna comes and collides with Abhira. She scolds Abhira. Abhira says so sorry. Surekha also argues and stops Abhira. Abhira says I have to go for imp work. The file falls into the Havan Kund and burns. Abhira cries. She takes the file. Ruhi says just hand will burn. Abhira shouts just stay away. She cries seeing the burnt papers. Manish comes. Manager asks did you see Abhira? Charu says I don't know, I will assist boss. She goes inside the cabin and falls. Armaan thinks to message Ruhi. He messages Abhira good luck for her exams. Abhira comes to the college. She gets his message. The lady says this file is burned, you can't give the exam. Abhira says no, I have the same assignment in the laptop. She says I will read out my assignment, I want 1 hour to write the exam, please. The lady says you are disturbing everyone, leave now. Abhira begs her and says this is mama's last wish. The lady says leave else you will get rusticated for 1 month. Abhira cries. Charu's boss Dev Shikhawat greets and holds her hand. She gets up and says sorry sir, I am not Abhira, I am Charu. He asks tea or coffee. She says sorry. He jokes. She says tea please. He asks her to have a seat. They have a talk. Abhira comes home. Armaan says I got staplers for you as a gift. He asks how was your exam? She says I didn't give the exam. He asks why, it was so imp. She recalls. She gets a call. He says your phone is ringing. He says take the call. He answers. The man says you didn't come today, you will lose this internship. Abhira cries. Armaan asks are you fine, what happened? Abhira says stop asking me, go and ask Ruhi and Surekha, why did they burn my assignment file? He is shocked. Precap. Abhira says I am going to become a lawyer, Armaan always supported me. Armaan asks Ruhi to come home. Abhira takes flowers for him. She gets shocked seeing Armaan hugging Ruhi.